interesting. So now we are going to move to the commentary given to us by our people on the street about this issue.
It depends on the case.
I guess race plays a factor in just about everything.
Yes, but things aren't over. So,
yes, I do think race is a significant factor in U.S. politics. I don't think it's as much of a factor as it used to be. I think it's that people, no matter what race, color, creed, can do whatever.
Yeah, basically, but it's changing, and people are much more acceptable of other people, and I think it's getting better in the past 10 years.
Yes, I do.
Would you like to elaborate?
I think that everybody should have to go through American citizenship to become American citizens. I don't think we should be able to import everybody and have a free, just carte blanche.
I think it depends for person to person. It probably influences some people and how they view policies and candidates, and for others maybe not. So I think it's pretty individualized.
Absolutely, I think it is a factor in U.S. politics. I mean, just take a look at the presidential election just recently. And most recently is the big deal about Sotomayor's even candidacy for the Supreme Court, you know. And, I mean, those two events alone should tell you that race plays a big role. And I'm sure there are people who did not vote for Barack Obama because he's a black man, okay? And all the hubbub that's going on recently with Rush Limbaugh making all those comments about Sotomayor, etc. I mean, I think that it does play a big role.
Well, I think it's almost 100% there that race continues to be a factor in U.S. politics, and I'm actually surprised by the opinions that were expressed. But I would like to go a little bit further and ask, is the United States a racist country? But before I give you the opportunity to respond, I'd like you to look at this video.
Cynthia McKinney question was, what happened with Oscar Grant, and what happened with me, and what's the community's response? For people that haven't been watching TV or didn't get in on the national news, Oscar Grant was riding the BART, the Bay Area subway, and he basically was pulled off of the BART, accused of fighting on the BART by police officers, BART police officers, subway police officers, and subsequently shot. The mayor, the county of Alameda, and BART officials, no one spoke on him being murdered in the media or anywhere else for 7 days, at least 7 days. And on the 7th day, there was a number of protests. A local politician and clergy, Bay Area's activist community, but also grassroots people mixed with, you know, people from other cities that came in and different nationalities came in to protest the murder of Oscar Grant, which many people seen on TV that was taken from a number of different angles from cell phones. January 7th was the first day of the Oakland rebellions. There was 3 other days, 160 people, over 160 people was arrested. arrested in what is known as the Oakland 100 case. I'm one of the people who is facing a felony, a trumped-up felony. I'm being accused of trying to burn up a trash can in front of the federal building, and it's totally bogus. The only evidence that they have that they're trying to use against me is a camera, in which I don't know how that would support a case of arson, but the camera proves that I was a journalist at work. So I'm still fighting a case. 150 out of the 160 cases from the Oakland rebellions, of 150 of them have been dropped. 4 that I know of are being still charged as a felony. So I'm about to go to court. My next court date is June 24th. And I'm facing 3 years in prison for felony arson as well as a strike. There has been a number of varied responses. Right now as we record this, I'm at the Black Dot, the Prisoners of Conscience Committee, and along with the Black Dot and the Village Bottoms community, otherwise known as the Lower Bottoms, for people who may have been from West Oakland before. We organizing right here with a lot of the black organizers that are working on the issue of Oscar Grant and also Lavelle Mixon. People who organize with nonprofits. There's a number of different coalitions with them. The anarchists got No Justice, No Bar. The Nation of Islam has meetings at Olivet Church in West Oakland. But there's a number of different people working on a number of different issues. Some of us are fighting it strictly in the community and looking for ways and entertaining ways to organize against it without the system. Some of us are looking at legal means. Some of us are looking at boycotts on BART and civil disobedience. Other people are looking at taking this to Sacramento and dealing with legislation. And you know how we getting this stuff out. You know, this coalition that I spoke of with the Prisoners of Conscience Committee and the Black Dot and West Oakland in particular, but the black activist community, for lack of a better term. You know, we getting it out through a number of ways. We've been having town hall meetings at the Black Dot Cafe. We working on a film. I'm working on a film with Black Apes production called Small Acts, Operation Small Acts, that's documenting everything that has been going on since the Oscar Grant rebellions. We also had a Block Report radio show providing information play-by-play to the hood about what's going on and different moves that people could be a part of that's being made. We have the SF Bayview newspaper, so some people need to see that kind of stuff in print. And you know, it's a number of different people with Facebooks. Marcel Diallo got a Facebook. I know Ademo who got some stuff on police terrorism that's recently up on YouTube. Hairdo. It's a number of things going on right now. You can go to blockreportradio.com, sfbayview.com too. So you know, make sure y'all check that out. Block Report Radio, Minister of Information, JR, POCC. We out.
JR reported that it took 7 days for the elected officials to say anything after the young man was shot and murdered by BART law enforcement. So we're coming up to the end of our show, of our allotted time. So I'm going to ask for closing thoughts. Is race still a factor in the U.S.? Marion, why don't you start?
It most definitely is. It's a global issue. It's not just in the United States. The United States is no different.
Jared?
Absolutely. Race is the determinant in this country, and as I would agree, around the world.
Deidre?
Yeah, I mean, I think the election of President Obama reinforces how major a role race plays, and the fact that President Obama felt like he could not highlight the economic alienation of his own community in order to become President of the United States.
Glenn?
As an overview, I think that white support for black demands probably peaked in 1965 and has been diminishing ever since, but that whites have become more acceptant of black individuals like athletes and movie stars and this kind of movie star-like president, but that the actual hostility to the race has increased, and that can be borne out by the black incarceration statistics.
You say the hostility to the race has increased?
Has increased, and I think the proof in that pudding is the statistics on mass black incarceration. If there is a bottom line, it is that we can see that the number of black folks who have been taken off the street, whose liberty has been taken away, has multiplied and multiplied and multiplied over and over again since 1970. What does that mean? Well, obviously, that's the most dramatic manifestation of hostility to the race as a whole.
Glenn, you get the last word. Thank you all for joining us on American